A shocking storyline is unfolding as Los Angeles, fresh off a crushing sweep, now faces the Orioles with pressure mounting and fans growing restless. This isn't just a slump, it's a dangerous slide that's raising serious questions about leadership, depth, and whether the team can bounce back before things spiral further. Critics are circling, rivals are sensing weakness, and every game from here feels like a must-win battle. Will this matchup be the turning point that reignites confidence, or could it be the breaking point that exposes even deeper problems? Stay tuned, because this bombshell clash could define the entire course of the season. The Los Angeles Dodgers, a team that has built its reputation on dominance, depth, and consistency, just hit one of the lowest points of their season. Swept by the Pittsburgh Pirates. Yes, you heard that right, the Pirates. This wasn't just a bump in the road. This was a full-on shockwave that has the baseball world buzzing and Dodgers fans demanding answers. How could a team loaded with talent, a team that was supposed to be cruising toward October glory, fall flat in a series like this? And now, things don't get any easier because the Dodgers head straight into a showdown with the Baltimore Orioles, one of the most dangerous and up-and-coming squads in baseball. If the slide continues, the questions surrounding this ball club are going to get louder, sharper, and harder to ignore. Let's start with what just happened in Pittsburgh. The Dodgers didn't just lose, they looked outplayed, out-hustled, and at times, completely lost. The Pirates, a young and hungry team that isn't supposed to be in the same league as the Dodgers on paper, delivered a statement by taking every game of the series. The Dodgers' pitching looked shaky, the bats went cold in crucial moments, and the defense failed to provide that usual safety net. For fans, it was painful to watch, not just because of the losses, but because of the way they unfolded. This didn't look like the Dodgers we've come to expect. When you get swept by a team like the Pirates, it isn't just about the standings. It's about pride. It's about sending a message. And right now, the message is clear: the Dodgers are vulnerable. For opponents, that's exciting. For the Dodgers, it's alarming. You could feel the frustration building in the dugout, in the clubhouse, and especially in the fanbase. Social media exploded after the sweep, with fans pointing fingers at the lineup, the pitching staff, and even the decision-making of Dave Roberts. The truth is, everyone is feeling the heat. And now comes the real test: the Baltimore Orioles. If the Pirates expose the Dodgers' weaknesses, the Orioles are the kind of team that can rip those weaknesses wide open. Baltimore is young, fast, and stacked with power. They don't care about the Dodgers' reputation, and they've proven they can hang with anyone. For the Dodgers, this matchup could either be the wake-up call that reignites their season or the continuation of a downward spiral that raises serious questions about their chances this year. This is where the pressure builds on the stars. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Shohei Ohtani, these are the names that are supposed to carry the Dodgers through tough stretches. When the team slides, all eyes turn to them. Are they doing enough? Are they stepping up in the biggest moments? In the Pirates series, there were flashes, but not nearly enough to lift the team out of trouble. Against the Orioles, that has to change. The Dodgers need their leaders to lead, not just in the box score, but in the dugout, in the energy, and in the fight they bring to every inning. The pitching staff also finds itself in the spotlight. Tyler Glasnow, Bobby Miller, Walker Buehler. This rotation is supposed to be the backbone of the team, but inconsistency has been the storyline far too often. Giving up early runs, struggling with command, and putting pressure on a bullpen that already feels stretched thin. It's a recipe for disaster, and that's exactly what unfolded in Pittsburgh. Against a team like Baltimore, who can put up crooked numbers in a hurry, the Dodgers' arms will have no room for error. And then there's the psychological factor. Getting swept hurts, but what comes next defines a team. Do the Dodgers bounce back with intensity and fire, proving they're still the powerhouse everyone expects them to be? Or do they let the frustration linger, carrying it into another series where the opposition smells blood in the water? Baseball is a game of momentum, and right now, the Dodgers have lost theirs. Baltimore will try to keep them down, while the Dodgers desperately need to flip the script. Fans are already calling this upcoming Orioles series a crossroads moment. If the Dodgers respond, the Pirates' sweep will fade into memory as just another rough patch in a long season. But if they stumble again, especially against a playoff-caliber team like Baltimore, the whispers will grow into shouts. Is this team really built to win it all? Is the depth as strong as advertised? Is the manager pushing the right buttons? And then there's the fan perspective beyond just the immediate shock. Dodgers fans are passionate, loyal, and expect excellence year in and year out. They've grown used to seeing bold moves, blockbuster trades, and superstar signings. But a decision like this cutting loose a former all-star tests their trust in the front office. The question becomes, do fans believe this is part of a smart long-term strategy? Or do they fear it could backfire? It's a storyline that will linger as the season unfolds, especially if the team struggles at any point. Every slump, every rough patch, will lead some fans to point back at this move and say, what if? The truth is, in baseball, no decision is ever guaranteed. You can analyze stats, project outcomes, and crunch numbers all day long, but at the end of the day, players are human. Sometimes they bounce back when nobody expects it. Sometimes they decline faster than the data suggests. The Dodgers, for all their resources, are still taking a gamble by cutting ties here. And that's what makes this story so compelling. It's not just about one player, it's about risk, timing, and the razor-thin margin between success and failure in a sport where one move can shape an entire season. And perhaps most importantly, do the Dodgers have the killer instinct to handle adversity when it hits hardest? One thing is certain, this isn't just another series. This is a measuring stick. The Dodgers need to prove to themselves, to their fans, and to the rest of Major League Baseball that they're still the force everyone feared heading into the season. Otherwise, the narrative could shift quickly, from being contenders to being questioned at every turn. So buckle up, because as the Dodgers take on the Orioles, the spotlight has never been brighter. This is about more than just wins and losses. It's about identity, resilience, and the ability to respond when the pressure is on. The Pirates' sweep was a bombshell, no doubt, but what happens next could define the Dodgers' season. If you're fired up to see how this unfolds, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single update. Because this story is just heating up, and the Dodgers' showdown with the Orioles could be the turning point we'll all be talking about for weeks to come.